Okay, part 3 of the Tedelex restoration. What we're doing now is problem solving, trying to find out why the meter is not working on receive, why the light isn't working. Just a matter of caution here when working on old radios. Remove the cover. There are sometimes nasties hiding behind these front displays, spiders. So just keep yourself aware of that. I didn't spray this, and as you can see, there's cobwebs and other things. I found redbacks, small whitetail families of spiders inside radios. So just be careful. It's nobody's fault. It's just they love dark places, and radios can be dark places. All right, so what are we going to do here? A lot of dirt on here, so just going to do a quick clean this off so that there's a good area to work with, and we see what is going on. All right. Just something else that I do, and I want to show you. Just bear with us. Okay, I have, how do I oil this? Well, I just use a lightweight motor oil, a thin motor oil. And what I have done is save bottles. And you remove the top, fill it up with oil, and you can work on things. Alright, so what I'm going to do is a drop of oil on all the moving parts. Okay, so in order to get this meter out, in order to put a new bulb in, we've got to undo the holder for the bracket behind these two screws. This is a bit of a pain to get back in. Loosen off the side bracket screws here. This was missing, this one and that one. By the way, in between the last video, we got AM working, did a RX alignment. All the RX came up, it was considerably out. And what we did was, as per the manual, started at T8, went all the way through here, over to T14, which is underneath the loom, T15, over to here, and just peaking the audio for RX, and it came up really, really well. All right, I'll pull this meter out. Okay. And the display should just, with a bit of meandering, pull up. Sorry, the meter. Okay, the meter's up. Now this meter has clear tape that goes all the way around this meter to hold this display on. We want to remove this display so that we can remove this little board. That's just how I'm going to do it. I'm going to put a white LED in it. Okay, this is what it looks like, and I've removed that. And what I'm contemplating on doing is also, I might put some red paint on or orange paint on the needle. We'll see how we go, but I need to clean the display up with some polish and take it from there. Alright, so what we're going to do is put an LED on this little board. Okay, that's the way that I do the LEDs on these. Okay, I'm going to put it back into the meter and finish it off. Okay, so we're going to clean this meter and polish it a bit so it becomes transparent. As you can see, it's just average. These can vary. Some of them come in very, very yellow. I'm just going to use purple. It's a very light polish. Sometimes I use auto sol, but it's got quite a bit of abrasive in it. So this is a finishing polish for aluminium, and it works quite well on plastic. So we're just going to put a dab on it on my microfiber, and it will start working once it starts drying out on the rag. Thank you. Okay, after a bit of a polish, now you just got to be careful with if you're pulling your meter apart, of charging the meter just with static. But anyway, look, it's all clean now. You don't have to do the top, but just wipe off any muck. The most important thing is to run around the edges. Okay, clean them off. I'm just going to plug it in and show you. Okay, so that's what the meter looks like, and that's what it's going to look like in the radio. You've just got to spend due diligence on the cleaning, or else it will pick up every scratch in the surface. As you can see, I've removed all of the very fine scratches out of the surface of the meter. Now, if this meter had some, quite a bit of damage to it, what I would do is get a bit of 2000 grit, 3000 grit wet and dry on a flat surface. It's got to be flat. So I generally use a bit of steel, wrap the wet and dry around it, and then run it backwards and forwards in straight forward and backwards movements. Once you've done that, then you can hit it with the polish, and it will come up like this. Thank you. Okay, where are we at? Well, I've skipped on from the meter, which is now installed. We have not turned it on yet. And I started spending some time on this selector. So if you remember in the original part of this video, it was quite congested with flux. There was a lot of, it looked like a lot of repair work had gone on. So what I did was, first of all the wires from the earth, the positive, and the meter were on top of the board. They're all meant to be factory under the board. So desoldered this area here, removed the wires, put them under the board, cleaned the board up, fixed here. So I expanded the size of the solder pad, here, 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 and here, and also here, and flowed new solder over that so that it all looks nice and neat. I'm just going to put some PCB lacquer on this. Okay, PCB lacquer is on. It'll take about an hour for that to cure and dry. And then we can turn it on and check the functions. In between there, I'm just going to line this up a bit. As you can see, the board's a bit crooked. That's this screw here. Oh, and they're missing. Interesting. All right, I'll fix that up and I'll just do a quick turn on. Okay, it's all working fine. And that's the new meter light, which is not working before. All right, this concludes part 3. Thank you for watching.